Hey y'all, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing all right. Every now and then I get a little southern, just a little bit. I'm not from the south. I am actually from the East Coast, northeast to be exact. And yeah, but for some reason I can mimic a southern accent really good. And so I got to tell y'all this. This is kind of funny. So I was reading for a play one time, reading the part for a play. I ended up not being a part of it, but it was, I don't know, it's just something I did with a friend. I don't know. So anyway, I'm playing right now. Bear with me. That's not mischievous at all. So I'm reading this part for play. And it was, some of y'all know this already. And I read it with a southern accent. Because that's what the character, required. And so everybody was staring at me when I was done. They're just like this. I said, "What?" They said, "Are you from the South?" I said, "No." "You're not from the South?" "No, from New York, Connecticut area." They're like, "You did a good job on that Southern accent." So I had them convinced I was from the South. Well, isn't that what you're supposed to do when you're acting? You have to become the character. So I want to talk to you today about investments. Before we go into investments, though, I want to talk to you about this. This is something I thought about. It's a perfect analogy to explain what a narcissist does in your life. They don't support you. They want you miserable. They want you as miserable as them. They want to bring you down to their level. All of the above and then some. And this is what I can equate it to. They went there to supposedly support you in this race, this marathon, right? This is your dream. You've been training for this for a long time, faithfully, religiously, practicing, getting ready. This is your dream. This is just super, super important to you. Well, the narcissist knows that. And this is what they would do. Okay. Basically, just before you reach the finish line, they will throw some spikes out that only you run on top of. So you run across these spikes, you start screaming because they punctured your feet and you fall to the floor or fall to the ground. Your component, components, your competitors, people that are competing against you, with you, whatever, they reach the finish line and you don't. That's what a narcissist will do. I want to cause you physical pain. I want to cause you emotional agony. I want to destroy your dreams. Physically hurting you, mentally hurting you, psychologically hurting you, making you scream, fall into the floor in agony. Makes them so happy they can't stand it. So I thought about that analogy and it just kind of popped in my head and I thought, you know what? That's a good analogy. That's a perfect analogy for what a narcissist will do in your life. You are about to meet it is on your bucket list to win this marathon. You worked on this for years, getting your body conditioned, eating right, exercising religiously, working your muscles, stretching them. You did everything. And just before you reached your winning, you are winning. You're almost there. You're almost there. You're almost there. Boom, throw some spikes out. And when you scream and fall to the floor, they're like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Because they're miserable in their own life, so they don't want you happy in yours. They are miserable in their own life, so they don't want you happy in your life. Okay? But that's not the topic today. But I thought about that and I thought I'd share it with you. So that's a good visual of the types of crap that they do to people that they supposedly care about. which the only person they care about is themselves. Anyway, moving right along. So, investments. Investments. So, you know how people are scam artists and they are so slick with their words and they, you know, they're so slick and they're so smooth and they got an answer for everything. And every problem that you could come up with, they counteract that with a solution. And it's almost too good to be true. So then what you do is, and you're going to make quadruple your investment once you put this money in, your money's going to grow and blah, 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 blah. Next thing you know, you fall for it, hook, line, and sinker. And then you find out later that that was a Ponzi scheme, or you find out later that those were not real investments. You just got had. And then you find out that these people are being investigated because there are a whole bunch of people that fell into this trap. But it sounded great and it sounded good. So you have financial investments and you have emotional investments, which are just as important, if not more important. You can make more money. One of the things that I told you before that concerns me is people who are naturally empathetic and they don't reach their pissed off point. Okay. When you're angry and frustrated because you are tired of being disrespected, you are going to reach the point where you're like, you know what? That's it. I've had it. We're done. You're dead to me. And you actually mean it and you block them on everything. And you tell your family and friends, if you see Jimmy or you see Susie, don't talk to them about me because they're going to try to convince you for hey, you just put in a good word because we had a falling out and we broke up and da 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 da, and can you get her to talk to me? I just want to. And so you fall for it. I've seen people not reach their pissed off point. You can be empathetic. We're talking about narcissistic abuse or toxic abuse, period. Toxicity from anybody who's toxic. It doesn't have to be a narc, but just anybody toxic. You have to reach a pissed off point. You have to reach a point where you're like, you know what? That's the last straw. I'm done. Screw you. I'm done. That's it. No talking me out of it. This time I'm done. So instead, for some people, they do reach that point and they are finally done and it's a permanent thing and no amount of blood, sweat, and tears is going to change their mind because they've reached their boiling point. Some people, on the other hand, do not have a boiling point, and I find that scary. And they will be dogged and dogged and dogged and dogged by this toxic person who claims they had a bad childhood. Some people had a really sucky childhood and they never tell you that. They keep it a secret. And then other people will use that as a tool to make you feel sorry for them. I know they cheated on me many times and I know they had sex with my best friend and now we're no longer friends, but that butt would get your butt in trouble. Let me say that again. That butt will get your butt in trouble. You have to reach a point where, regardless of you having empathy, you've had enough. Because when a toxic person sees that they could kick you in the face with steel-toe boots and you'll stay, oh God, my face is broken. I gotta go to the hospital. But as soon as I recover, I'm going to make you a hot meal because I'm sure you didn't mean it. Look here. You have to reach a breaking point. You have to reach a point where you have had enough. And for people that never reach that point, it's frightening. It's scary when I see people do that. Well, I feel bad for them. I know they, beat my butt and they did this and that and our electricity got cut off because they refused to pay the bill. But, they do come from a really bad childhood. And it's like, are you freaking sick? So your empathy is being used as a weapon against you because you don't have a stopping point. You don't have a point of no return. You don't get pissed off. You just keep making excuses for them, which gives them more chances to abuse, more chances to abuse, more chances to abuse. I'll give you a prime example. And I strongly suggest you don't do this unless you are married to the person, and even then I'd be reluctant because marriage don't mean a hill of beans to some people. Your vows are important because you said them, but that person's, when they did vows to you, it meant nothing to them. It was just a party that had cake afterwards and whatnot, and you dress pretty and you have a nice meal afterwards and cake. But for you, it actually meant something. Go figure. Anyway, she was dating this guy, only dating. He had a serious medical problem and she donated one of her kidneys to him. She's not even married to this man. So he decided, okay. And afterwards, he not only continued to treat her like crap, but he was cheating on her. And the first thing that hit my mind when I heard about that was, and y'all not even married and you donated an organ to this person? Yikes. Yikes. Now, if y'all been friends forever, they're not toxic. You're not toxic. Y'all grew up together. Y'all shared crayons in kindergarten. Y'all were at each other's weddings. Y'all were there at each other's baby shower or whatever. When the baby came home from the hospital, y'all were there for each other. That's a different story because there's no toxicity and there's no backstabbing. And you have a long history. That's the key words. You've had a long history of being dedicated to each other. Now, that's not to say a person can't backstab you because they still can backstab you regardless. Why? I don't know. You had each other's back through your whole life and then one day they flip out and never speak to you again. People do that. Women are notorious for that dumb shit. Anyway, I thought she's not even married to this man. Why would you do something permanent in a situation that may not be permanent? You're not even married to him. What are you doing? Okay. Oh, it made me tired. And truth be told, she'd have dumped him a long time ago because there were a lot of red flags before. Maybe she thought, which is not the way you want to think. When I donate my organ to him, he will appreciate me and start loving me for real and give me the respect I deserve. Wrong answer. If they are not capable, they're never going to do it. Organ or not. If they're not capable, they're not capable. Period. You could save their life in other ways. Yank them out of the way because a train went rogue and it was flying. The brakes didn't work or whatever, and it was flying, and you yanked them off the track in the nick of time. They're still going to treat you like crap because they feel like, well, you're supposed to save my life, especially if the person is grandiose and entitled like a narc. Don't make the wrong emotional investment in people because they don't respect it and they don't love you and they don't care about you more because of what I'm going to give the ultimate sacrifice. They don't care about that. They feel entitled. You're supposed to do that for me, dummy. That's how they feel. I'm not trying to be mean. That's how they feel. Now, would they do the same for you? Hell no. Hell no. They would not do the same thing for you. Never, no way, in any way, shape, or form. Forget about it. Not going to happen. But you're supposed to do it for them. Because, again, they're a narc. Do not make incorrect financial investments. Do not make incorrect emotional investments because they are not appreciated. Notice the red flags in the beginning. How many times I got to tell y'all that? Notice them in the beginning. I escaped from probably 4 or 5 narcissists before we even got started. Because, again, I've said this before. What you're asking me to do is very inconsiderate of me and very productive for you, for me to do it to you, for you, but it doesn't really do anything for me. I'm going above and beyond for you, and I'm not getting anything in return. So right out the gate, that's a fail in my book. I'm not doing it. And it's very selfish for someone to say, hey, gimme, 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 gimme. I don't have to prove nothing to you. And I've said this before, when you look at animals in the wild, the male will do anything in the world to impress the female. He will build an extravagant home. Birds will do this. They will build an extravagant home. They will dance. I'm not kidding. Birds will dance and perform and strut and do all kinds of things and do. He'll learn to break dance if he has to. He's trying to do whatever he can to impress the female. And I had to laugh this one time because the bird went above and beyond and he made this extravagant home. You want to be my wife and you want to have kids with me, baby, because I could build a great home for us. Our family is going to be safe. And she looked at his home that he built, she looked at it and she went, and flew away. And I was like, oh, that's cold. That's cold. There's a fish. I don't remember the type of fish he is. He makes a design on the bottom of the ocean floor. It's very intricate. I kid you not. It is. He's more artistic than I am, honey, because I can't do that. He makes this fancy design with his tail and his fins, and I'm not kidding. It looks like artwork on the bottom of the ocean floor because he's trying to impress the female because I'm the one you want to have kids with. I've made a beautiful area for them that's going to be safe. Isn't this beautiful? Aren't you impressed? Hey, girl, hey. Human males are the only species that feel like I don't have to impress you with nothing. I spoke to you, didn't I? I did all I'm going to do. I'll bend you over a couple times, but I'm not really going to do more than that. I don't have to prove that I'm a good person. I don't have to show you respect. Women do the same thing. I'm not picking on gender. Women do the same thing. I don't got to do nothing. I'll sit here and look cute, and that should be enough. And for some guys, it is enough, which is sad. She don't have no substance, but she's sitting there looking cute, and all his guy friends are like, damn, how you get that? Damn. Okay, so he's perfectly happy with arm candy, and she don't have to put no effort in, just sit there and look cute. And then behind the scenes treat him like crap, and he has to suffer through those times until he's out in public again and gets to be the man again. So it's a vicious cycle. Anyway, do not make the wrong emotional investment. I talked to, well, I don't know if I talked to her. I seen where this lady said online, so many red flags. Oh, Lord, it makes me tired. She's a lesbian. She was seeing this woman who is a drug addict. She can't even take care of herself. How's she going to be in a good, be a good partner for you? She's not even a good partner to herself. She can't even take care of herself. Any type of addiction is a red flag. Any type of addiction is a red flag because they're going to suck you into that vortex. They're going to steal from you. You're going to be lying for them. And it's just going to be, you're going to try to get them to go in rehab and they're not going to go. Listen, it's a Mount Everest of problems that come with that. Enablers, people in the family, giving them money, knowing it's going right up their nose or in their arm. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a disaster. It's a disaster. So as soon as she said she had a drug addiction, I was like, oh, Lord. Well, put on your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen, okay? And then she said, and she's stolen from me, and she's lied to me, and she's cheated on me. And I'm looking at all these massive red flags, and she's like, here we go. This is what I'm telling y'all. This is what I'm warning you about. But I want to put her out, or what'd she say? I want to break up with her and be done with her or put her out or whatever. But I feel bad because of everything she's been through. Oh, God. it gets to a point where you're no longer loving yourself because you're allowing this person to kick you in the face with steel toe boots, and you're giving excuses for the horrific abuse that's getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And you keep justifying it because I feel bad. She literally said that after everything this person has done to her. She's still saying, but I feel bad. She's had a bad childhood. She's had a lot of challenges in life. And I'm like, oh my God. Where is your breaking point? Where's your breaking point? Where's your breaking point? Where is your, you are a grown up. If you want to screw up your life, that's fine. I'm not going along for the ride. That's it. I'm done. Where is that for you? Where is it? Because it's missing. And this person is weaponizing. And then she got money from her. And then as soon as she got the money, she started talking trash to her. And I'm like, oh my God, how much do you have to put up with? Do not allow yourself to be weaponized, beat over the head with your own empathy. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because I feel my heart breaks for people who do that. They're actually decent people, but they want to take care of somebody else. They're desperate to take care of somebody else. That person can't even take care of themselves, and you can't take care of them either. They have to want to get better. Okay. My heart breaks for people that have a big heart, and for people who are truly empathetic. I feel really bad for them because this individual who is a ball and chain around your throat, they are beating you and beating you and beating you with your own empathy and your own kindness, and you're allowing it to happen. You have to reach the point of no return. And you're so busy feeling bad for them that you abandoned your love for yourself. What? You're loving them so hard that you abandoned yourself. You've left yourself on a deserted island with no food and water on purpose. And when a plane came by to give you supplies, you were like, no, I'm good. Meanwhile, your ribs are showing. Okay, your teeth ain't been brushed in who knows how long. You're starting to have decay in your mouth. You're getting weaker physically because you haven't had a meal in who knows how long, and leaves off the trees are just not a good enough meal. You're allergic to fish, so even though you're on an island, you can't really catch fish because you're allergic to it. But then someone comes in to rescue you or give you good advice, and you're like, nah, I'm good. Are you freaking kidding me? So this is what you have to do. Number one, you have to reach the point of no return. I've had it. That's it. This is the breaking point. I'm done. You have to get to that point eventually. You have to, for your own survival. For your own survival, you have to do it. All right? You have to leave this person alone. Because you've done everything you could do. You have gone above and beyond. You've done a hell of a lot more than any other person would have done. Okay? Their own family don't want to be bothered with them because they're up to here with it. And this person saw you, and like the angels came down and the light, everything got brighter, and no. There's got to be a point of no return. Every contract has a clause. Every contract has fine print. Every contract has fine print. You have to reach the point of no return, and you have to reclaim the love that you gave to the wrong damn person. And when you give and you give and you give and you give and you give some more, you're an empty vessel. You're an empty cup. There's nothing in you to give to yourself except exhaustion, physical pain, headaches. One little thing goes wrong and you're ready to burst into tears. Somebody cut in front of your car and missed your car by inches, and you start crying and hyperventilating because all that stress has finally reached the point of no return. You got to look here. You got to cut this loose. This person is not 5 years old, and that's why I eventually told her. I said, you got to remember, this person's not 5. This person is an adult and is deliberately making bad choices and doesn't want help. They just want to take advantage of people who are kind enough to allow that. You got to stop this. You got to stop this. This person wouldn't piss on you if you were on fire. Okay? Get a clue. So what you do is this. You dump them. Period. Block, block, block on everything there is. Block, 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 block. You tell mutual family and friends, do not talk to me about the Jesse, because I don't even want to hear that word. I love y'all, but I'm not having that discussion with y'all. I've been through enough and I'm done. If you see him or her, tell him don't even tell him anything. I'm done. I finally reached a point of no return. I'm going to learn to love me. I'm going to stop being beaten over the head with my empathy. I'm going to stop this shit because it's destroying me. And that person is a parasite living off of your nutrients and your goodness. Does that sound like a win-win for you? Because that don't sound like a win-win for me. Then you need to start writing a journal. And you need to see with your own eyes all that you have done for this person, all that you have sacrificed with your own eyes. And write in the journal every single day. Now you're on the road to recovery. Now you're on the road to healing. Now, I'm going to tell you from personal experience, I'm an empathetic person unless you mess with me, and then I'm coming for your throat. Because I've been through too much in my life to let some sleazy mofo slide up in there and do some more. I'm not going to have that. When I'm tired of you, I'm coming for your jugular. So your best bet is, if you see my face, you better make a U-turn and go the other direction, because I'm going to come for you. I'll do anything in the world for you, but if you play me, I'm going to be your worst nightmare. Now, if I'd never been through bad things, that would be a different story. But I've been through nothing but pure hell wearing gasoline drawers, and you gonna slink up into my life and do evil to me, and I'm supposed to roll over and play dead and let you do the same evil that I've experienced since I was a child? You must have fell and bumped your goddamn head. You got 3 concussions in a row messing with me. You done lost your goddamn mind up in here, and then you're gonna be like, oh my God, you're crazy. Yes, the hell I am. That's why you shouldn't have toyed with me. Okay? Dumbass. I'm the nicest girl, but don't think I'm a sucker. Anyway, do not think I got sucker across my forehead, because that's where you made your worst mistake of your life. Anyway, so you write a journal. If you have to go into therapy, which is always a good idea, group therapy, sometimes group therapy is free. You got to do what you got to do to get yourself on the road to recovery. Now, I'm an empathetic person. I still have, if you like to care for others, but no one appreciates it, you give that to people who, you got to retrain your brain to only give that to people who will give it back to you. Family and friends that will do the same for you. Stop this one-way shit, because that ain't working for you, honey. That ain't working for you. And then if you want to, you can get plants, fish, some other kind of pet, because they appreciate you. Unlike humans, they actually appreciate what you do for them. Okay? Some humans appreciate, but not a lot. Because that desire to take care and nurture doesn't disappear in a puff of smoke just because you got rid of everybody toxic. You still want to nurture, but you got to redirect that, right? You can't take a vacuum cleaner and suck all the empathy out of you, because that's who you are. So you can put that towards artwork. You can put that towards raising plants. You can put that towards having fish. You can put that towards having a ferret or a dog or a cat or whatever. And you have something to love and take care of. But if you go straight where there's toxic people, they're going to suck up your goodness and leave you for dead. So you can't get rid of it, right? Because it's an inherent part of who you are. So what you have to do is you have to redirect it. Watch me closely. Redirect it towards where it's appreciated. If people don't appreciate it, you get a dog, you get a cat, you get a fish, you do artwork and you take care of your artwork. You find something that you can take care of that's going to make you feel good. Because who you're directing it at is not appreciative of it. They don't appreciate that. They're like, yeah, and I want more. Let's go. Put it right there. Grandiose and entitled. You're supposed to do for me. You're supposed to risk your life for me. You're supposed to save me. I'm a loser, and you're supposed to prevent me from being a worse loser. No, it ain't nobody supposed to do nothing. You're supposed to be grown. And if you're supposed to be grown, meaning the toxic person, it's time for you to start making some more mature decisions, because all the choices that you've made so far have you on the bottom of the barrel. So, and it's not your job to babysit grown-ass people, even if they're your children. They don't want to go to rehab, but they want to keep taking your money. Sometimes people have to hit rock bottom before they wake up. And the sad part is, truth be told, some people hit rock bottom and they still don't wake up. They're still in la la land. So stop wasting your empathy. Redirect it where it's appreciated. Redirect it to where it's appreciated, because where you're directing it to, or who you're directing it to, is a waste of your energy. Okay? Don't make poor emotional investments. Wake up and start loving you. And before you redirect that love, redirect it back to yourself, because you've already depleted yourself by taking care of this toxic person. So start giving that love back to yourself and start filling your cup back. Doing things that make you feel good. Working out in the gym, going for a walk in the woods, reading poetry, sitting by the fireplace, drinking hot chocolate and reading a good book. Whatever it is that makes you feel good. It doesn't have to be extravagant. Start putting your love, fill your cup back, because you're depleted. So now you've got homework to do. And you start keeping a journal, so those thoughts are not swimming in your head all the time. You're giving them an outlet. Once you're on the road to recovery and you're starting the healing process and you're doing really well with that, or when you're done healing, whenever you're ready, you redirect that love to where it's going to be appreciated. That's why I have Milo. One of the reasons I have Milo, because I still need to take care of something. I still need to love and nurture something, and I love and nurture him. Now, if he gets crazy, he gets smacked. I told you he's going through the screw you phase. He has talked back to me. He has told me no. And he has also come to the quick conclusion that when I'm not having it, he will get pushed down to the floor. And I will pin him down. And I've told him, because he thinks he's the alpha, and I have to remind him he's not. I've told him, I said, I got nothing but time and opportunity. We could do this all night long. Or I would yell at him and he will read my facial expressions and my tone, and he'll be like, and his face says, I'm sorry. I'm like, boy, I'm not playing with you. I'll send you to God. Okay? Show your teeth one more time. Do it. Make my day. And he's like, I don't want to. That's a good choice, sir. It's a really good choice. But honestly, I mean, it's tough love. You cannot let him or her run all over you, whether it's a person, a pet, whatever. You just can't do that. You have to establish boundaries. So because I can't eliminate my love and nurture, I give it where it's appreciated. He appreciates me. Even though he's ornery, we love and appreciate each other. Humans, so far, I've never met a human who can appreciate me like a pet will. They can't. Pets are reciprocal. Unless they don't like you. I've seen cats do some really awful things. I've seen them slap the hell out of their owners for no reason at all. And I'm like, oh, see, that's why I don't have a cat. Oh, you done lost your mind up in here. Okay. Okay? I can't do cats. Yeah. It's kind of funny because the cat just looks at the owner like, pow! And I'm like, oh my God, no, you didn't. Yes, they did. I can't deal with that. We would have war. No, So, and I have boundaries with him. I have strict boundaries with him. But we play a lot and he knows where mommy draws the line. But I can give him my love and I can give him nurturing and I can protect him and I can let him lay in my arms like he's a baby. He does that. He did that a couple of times and it melted my heart. He just went in my arm. He was exhausted. He laid in my arms and he just went back like this. And I was literally holding him like this. And I haven't been able to hold him like that since he was a baby. And I just had tears in my eyes. I'm like, oh, because that's just a moment that is kind of rare, and he don't get like that unless he's tired, usually. But anyway, so take my advice. Stop feeling bad for people who would, like I said, they don't care what happens to you. They're not going to risk anything of theirs to help you if they're toxic, and you're just drowning yourself. You're just drowning yourself. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it right now. Stop it today. Listen to your friends and family if they're trying to guide you. Stop looking for excuses to continue to deplete yourself. Okay? Give yourself the love that you deserve. All right? Much love. Y'all take care.